Hi all, thanks for watching. This is the 76th video in my Kingdom Come Deliverance playthrough, and we're just going to get back into game and get started. So in the last video, I dice, and don't want to call my horse, and I was thinking I might actually get into another quest here, maybe the Band of Bastards, but I want to check my player stats here. Oh, my charisma's at 0. I must be really dirty. I think the first thing I'm going to actually do is head over to the bathhouse. What about my skills? So hunting, horsemanship's almost at 20. Can probably train some more hunting. And swords at 10, so I can train hunting and sword if I get a chance. But I think the first thing I'll do is head over to the bathhouse and get cleaned up, seeing as my charisma is at 0. That's probably why everybody keeps making comments.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't had them repair my wounds in quite some time, and I seem to, even after cleaning my clothes, it seems to get really dirty really fast. So I'm going to try
Good afternoon.
actually healing.
I'm interested in your services.
Uh-huh. And what do you want?
I'll certainly need a physician to treat my wounds. Then a hot bath and laundering my clothes.
I'm sure you'll be extremely satisfied. Good luck, then.
Okay, let's look at my stats again here. Actually, my charisma is now at 13 plus 1. So it must have been because I was really dirty. And it looked like even though I was at 100% health, I still had to spend an hour getting healed. So that's pretty good. Alright. So I want to train on hunting and on sword. So I need a bow, a huntsman for training. Let's see. Sword. Okay, I guess I'll head down to Rite in order to train sword. Now, do they have a huntsman? I don't think they do. Ah, well, let's head down here to Rite. We'll train on sword really quick. Get that up a point, so it's at 11, because you always get a point when you train. Human. Okay. Let's actually stop.
Állj, te kutya! Add meg magad, vagy kinyírunk! Most megkapod!
Oh, that was pretty easy. One less cumin on the road. He's got some decent equipment. I'll just grab that. And let's move that over to the horse. Okay, he had a two-handed weapon. Problem is, if I grab that, I'm pretty sure that it's automatically equipped. So let me... Yeah, see, it's automatically equipped. Now, if I switch to sword, I'm pretty sure you drop the two-handed weapon. Let's see if I still have it in my inventory. No. Yeah, with a two-handed weapon, it's automatically equipped, and then as soon as you equip something like a torch or anything, it drops on the ground. There it is right there. Alright. Actually, let's see. Let's grab our repair kits and see if we can't repair anything. Okay, tailor's kit. Excellent. What? How's my horse's tack, actually? Bridle. That. I wonder if I can use my tailor kit on that. Let's see. Yep. And my cobbler's kit. Excellent. Okay. So let's give that back to the horse. Where's his tack? Right there. Okay. Oh, you know, I was thinking I could go to the archery here, and he'll probably train me for bow, but I don't think he'll do anything for hunting. No, actually, I wanted to go to Rete. Get my sword up. So I'll keep an eye out for a hunter, and then I can get my hunting trained up. There he is. Okay, so I'm not going to do any arena stuff. I'm just going to get trained on my sword here.
I'd like to improve my swordsmanship.
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my skills.
All right, but it'll cost you. Now, pay close attention.
Excellent, I'm up in both warfare and sword. Okay, so let's mount up. And let's head over and start Band of Bastards. So let me see, that's just below Ledechko. So right here. Okay, center crossroad of the first field. So, center crossroad of the first field right there. Actually, yeah, I guess I'll head to Ledechko. Or should I just head here? Yeah, I'll just head to the mill, actually, since Ledechko and the mill seem almost the same distance. And we'll get started on Band of Bastards.
Yeah.
we'll just cut across this field. Should be a bit quicker. Oh, that might be them.
I'll be with you. I'm looking for Sir Kuno. Sir Kuno? Baron Rickvold. Isn't this his camp?
You won't get nothing out of him. You must be Radzig's man. I heard he was supposed to send someone.
Yes, Sir Radzig sent me as a guide. I'm Henry.
I'm Jakey. And this here fella, we call the Stone.
I can see why. What's up with him? Cat got his tongue?
No, more like the dog got it. The executioner's dog. When the executioner ripped it out of him. Anyway, you better come along with me. I'll introduce you to the other fellas. And the chief. These here are the Bearman brothers, Petter and Jan. They're a barrel of laughs, except when they're too drunk to string two words together. Like now. Don't get on the wrong side of them, though. When their blood is up, well, it ain't a pretty sight.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, I'm sure.
Never mind, Stefan. You're trying to kill the fucker, not teach him how to dance. And you, Dangler, stand your ground. Don't let him lead you round by the nose.
Sir? Sir, this is Henry. From Lord Kobler.
Ah, it's about time Radzig got round to this. We need someone who knows their way around these parts. Leave off with the bowing and curtsying. We don't hold with that tomfoolery here. Jakey! Where the hell are you sneaking off to? Go to the farm and get water. The lads are thirsty.
But I went last time.
And you'll go next time, you ungrateful pup. Get your ass moving. Snot-nosed brat. You put them out of a pile of shit, and they thank you with back talk. Where were we? Oh yeah. We need a guide who knows these parts. So I hope I can rely on you, Herman.
It's Henry.
Right. Well, as I said to Radzig, I don't want to carry any dead weight. We could find ourselves in some very tight situations where every sword counts.
I know how to handle a sword, all right?
I've heard a lot of fellas say that. They still ended up on the wrong end of one. We'll find out. Stefan, take a break. Dangler, let's find out what Harold here can do.
Hasn't got my name right once. Alright. It looks like a bit of sword fighting. Oh, that was pretty good. Oh, he's beating the crap out of me. Really? Oh, man, this guy's good. Dang. Did I win?
You got a trouncing. You can ride with us.
All right. Thanks.
Vin- Can you drop the sir? That title agree. But would no.
How did that happen?
There's all sorts of ways to, especially when your father's a fool and your mother's mad as a bat.
Oh.
We took our name from Rickval Castle, but that actually belonged to the convent of the Poor Clares in Tynitz, and my father only leased it. You see, he knew the abbess there since they were young. Knew her very well. There was even talk that she only joined the order because her family wouldn't let her marry him. Anyway, whether he was fucking her right there in the convent, or he just took a lot of interest in scripture, he spent an awful lot of time in Tynitz.
You might have both.
Sinning and confessing all in one place. Well, I can see the convenience of it. Anyway, my mother never had strong nerves. Truth be told, her sanity was always shaky. Pa's escapades drove her cuckoo entirely. Then, one frosty December morning, I was woken by screaming and smoke. I looked out the window, and I saw my mother there, in the courtyard, wreathed in flames. Behind her, the stables, the farm buildings, and the tower were burning too. And she just stood there, shrieking with laughter. I can tell you. Me and my sister Adela and a few servants managed to get out before the whole place went up. I couldn't get to my father. Or my little brother. Poor lad was only 7. My sister and I were left destitute after the fire. But then my cousin, Adam of Drevich, took us into his castle. A few weeks later, he offered to buy what was left of our estates and sell me a small fortress near a Kovnik. It was a great relief. We suddenly had some hope of a future again. So I told my sister about it. And it was the biggest mistake of my life. A week later, the two of them announced to me they were getting married. And all that was left of our estates, lands, woods, villages, Adela was to get it all as a dowry.
But you...
Aye. Only I barely had 17 years under my belt, and I'd just lost everything. Of course, I argued with them, and that was the only excuse they needed to kick me out of Drevich too. But I'm not complaining. As my pa always used to say, if you can turn your hand to something, you never be lost. I doubt it ever crossed his mind how often I'd remember those words.
Rad, how did that come about?
A twist of fate, lad. I was fighting in the hostilities between the House of Schallenberg and the town of Colleen. Some trade dispute it was, and I fought under the Schallenberg colours. In the end, the two sides negotiated a truce, and I rode to Colleen with the delegation that was to parley there. We stopped off at an inn on the way, and it was there that I met Radzig Kobyla. At first sight, he was a man after my own heart. A likeable rogue, with a sharp mind and a merry soul. We spent the whole night drinking together and talking, and in the morning we set off together, with sore heads, but in good temper, since he was travelling to Colleen same as I was. Only, once we reached the city gates, they arrested me on the spot. Seems the burgers had it in for me. Been making for a good 6 months. On the other hand, I was a member of the peace delegation, so by rights, they shouldn't have even looked at me sideways. And then it hit me why Radzig was Colleen. He was there to represent the king's interests.
I see.
That's why they threw me in a dungeon, And a few days later, that an agreement with the burghers. Only part of the deal was they would give them my head. Surely, if it hadn't been for Radzig, he liked me, and he could see it was a dirty trick, so he squared. Indeed, I owe my life to Radzig, and I'll never forget me twice. This is the third time, and how could I refuse him? Go up.
What about called Bang?
Ridden a better man, I can tell you. He doesn't. He listens all the better. Nothing escapes him. It's happened more than once. I was closing a deal with someone, and Dan told me after didn't like the smell of the fella. Nearly every he was right. Stabbed me in the back afterwards. Indeed they are. There's no more mercy in them than in, well, a bear. If I told them to skewer you on the spot, they'd do it, without batting an eyelid.
Jesus.
Oh, aye. They'd argue first about which one of them got to do the job. But they're as obedient as a huntsman's dogs. Real soldiers, the pair of them. Reliable, as long as they don't get too drunk. Then there's no keeping them under control. But nobody's perfect.
What can you tell me about Stefan?
Fletching, for one thing, he's a very resourceful fellow.
How did he come to join your band?
Well, let's just say he was in the right place at the right time. You'll find he has quite a knack for that.
What exactly happened?
Sorry, I'd love to tell you the whole story, but I'd be betraying his trust.
Oh, now you've got me curious. Maybe I should ask him myself.
Sure, why not? Our Fletch does love to converse.
What about that dumb one? How did he end up with you?
The stone? Oh, he just kind of tagged along.
Just like that?
Aye, just like that. We were riding from Olomouc to a castle past Kladsko when we ran into him and some other wayfarers camping along the way. You know how it goes. We made acquaintance with them, had a drink or two. Then we travelled on together. After all, there's safety in numbers.
I'm not sure I'd be thinking that if I ran into you lot on the road.
We might have done some things I ain't proud of, but wayfarers are sacred even for me. Anyway, our fellow travellers dropped off along the way. One in Mohelnitz, one in Schoenberg, and the rest in Kladsko. Except for the stone. He stuck with us the whole way. The fellas kept asking him what he was after, but of course he never said a word. When we were approaching Barsdorf, I ordered the men to get rid of him. I had some business at the castle, and I didn't want any strangers sticking their noses in. Stefan tried to tell him nicely, but he just sat there, staring like he was turned to stone. That's when we gave him the name. Then the Bearman brothers tried to get him off his horse. He booted Jan in the face and knocked him out cold. Then he jumped down and felled Petter with one punch. A man who can do that is a man you want on your side. So we kept him.
Weren't you worried about having a stranger in your band? Especially one who didn't talk?
No, I figured if he can't talk, he can't tell. Besides, I've had worse.
What about Jakey?
Jakey, that boy will be the death of me. You've got to be tough on him, or he's good for nothing. But I'm fond of him, in a way.
Like a son?
I wouldn't go that far. But I've no family of my own. And unlike those other cutthroats, he seems to me like a good lad.
Well, you're pretty hard on him, though. And the others keep him on his toes, too.
A boy needs a firm hand. I was like him once, and I got the same too. If we let him be, we'd end up with a third bear man. And who'd want that?
True. 2 is more than enough. Should we ride out?
No point in going out now. It'll soon be dark. Come back at first light and we'll get going.
All right.
You can sleep here in the camp if you want. There's room enough. And you ought to get better acquainted with the fellas.
Okay, let's get acquainted.
Can you tell me something about yourself, Jan?
Why not? I haven't been to confession for a while.
How did you end up in Kuno's band?
It's nothing new for me and my brother. We've been fighting for coins since we were old enough to carry swords. Last time we rode with one Lombardian by the name of Collini. All over Bavaria, Austria and that.
What happened? Did you fall out?
Nah, we just wanted to come back to Bohemia. You know how it is. Where no one understands a word you say, it ain't worth a damn.
You and Petter seem very close.
As brothers should be, lad.
To tell the truth, I'd never have guessed the two of you came from the same mother.
Oh, we've got the same ma, all right. I ain't got no ma, and neither does he. And the same goes for our pa. It's probably Satan himself.
Oh. I'm a bit confused. You're not actually brothers?
We might be. We might not. A band of mercenaries found us in a village when I was still a baby, and Petter hardly walking. Playing in the dirt together we was. Their leader took a shine to us for some reason. He took us away and raised us up. Raised us with swords for playthings and ale for mother's milk. A few years later, he was killed in Saxony. The band fell apart, but we joined another right away. That's the way it's been ever since, over and over.
So you two never had... well,
A normal life. We ride from one fight to another, risking our necks and killing who they pay us to kill. That's normal for us. Always has been.
Okay, so that's Jan. Who's up here?
What is it, Jakey?
The stone wants to talk with you, if you can call it that. Probably about that ring.
What ring?
No one told you about it. The fellas call it the Ring of Bacchus. It's a kind of game we play. Kuno gave us this ring. It's just a worthless bauble. But when we're at the tavern, Kuno pays everything for the man who has the ring. So we steal the ring from each other and try to trick each other. Well, actually, just the others. They won't let me play. Kuno says I'm too young to get boozed up.
That sounds like a lot of fun. But I don't have the ring, so why does the stone want to see me?
He probably wants you to steal it from someone. Since you're new, the fellows will talk to you, and it won't be suspicious.
All right. I'll have a word with him. Hey, Jakey, can you tell me something about yourself?
Want to get matey, eh? Sure, Henry. What do you want to know?
How did you end up in Kuno's band?
Well, I used to be a baker's hand in Prague, but all the other fellas were always on my back, always swearing at me. Sometimes they even beat me up, took everything I had. To make a bit of coin, I started going to the tavern across the road, entertaining the rich gents with jokes, playing the fool. Sometimes someone would throw me a half-groschen. One time, Kuno turned up there, and I got to talking with him. When I told him all the shit I was getting at the bakery, he offered to take me with him.
I bet you were glad to get out of there.
Yeah, though it's not like they give me much peace here either. It's all,
Jakey, come here. Jakey, go there. Jakey, get that.
Well, surely you can't be any worse off here than in the bakery.
no. Only, at the bakery, the worst I ever got was a beating. It's not like my life was in danger. But here, when those Beerman brothers are drunk, I have to keep well out of sight.
How come they bullied you at the bakery? It's usually the shy ones bullies pick on. That's not exactly you.
Not now, maybe. I learned a thing or two since then.
Oh, come on, you shy? You just said you were playing the fool and telling jokes in the tavern.
All right, I'll tell you the truth. They picked on me because I'm an orphan. The parish priest of St. Apollinaire's in Prague found me as a baby in the church one winter's morning. I spent half my childhood in parish houses and half on the street.
I see. That must have been tough.
It still is tough, I can tell you that.
Alright, so there's two of the guys. And it looks like I picked up a side quest. Talk to the stone in the encampment. The Ring of Bacchus. Stone. Oh, who's this fellow? Playing dice.
Stefan, can you tell me something about yourself?
What is it you want to know, youngster?
I'm curious how you ended up in Kuno's band.
You noticed I don't exactly fit in with this pack of felons and reprobates, huh? Unfortunately, you can't always choose your company, can you?
No, I suppose not. But how did you come to be with them?
Oh, well, I'd love to tell you, but Kuno insisted we keep that between the two of us. And I'm not one to break a confidence.
Oh. But, well, Kuno said it was you who wanted to keep it secret.
Really? Are you sure about that? You must have misunderstood him.
No, I don't think so. At least... Oh, never mind. So, where did you live before? What did you do?
I used to live in a town before. Back there I was doing something very different. Although, now I think of it, maybe it wasn't that different in a way. If you know what I mean.
Actually, I haven't the foggiest idea what you mean. You don't give anything away, do you?
Me? I'm an open book, lad. Ask me anything you like, and I'll give you an honest answer. Go on.
Maybe another time. My head's starting to spin.
As you wish. Shame, though. There's nothing I enjoy more than conversing.
So that's three of them. He likes to play dice. With my luck in dice, I should play him some dice. Okay, who else here is walking around? So there's Jan, I've already spoken to him. Stone.
Jakey sent me to you. Something about a ring?
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you want me to get it from someone?
Mm-hmm.
Who has it? You mean Kuno?
Mm-mm.
Jan Behrman?
Mm-mm.
Peter Behrman?
Mm-mm.
I didn't quite... Is it Fletching?
Mm-mm.
Does Dangler have it?
Mm.
Okay, dang.
All right. How should I get it?
Well, I guess I could sneak up on Dangler and knock him out. Okay. Anybody else around?
Can you tell me something about yourself?
What do you want to know?
Why do they call you Dangler?
Because Kuno found me dangling on the end of a rope.
Ah, I see. So, he saved you from execution?
I wouldn't call it an execution exactly. At the time I was squire to the Lord of Buzitz. There was a proper knight for you, full of ideals and honour. I looked up to him as a hero. Then in one skirmish he was killed, and the foe took me captive. They stood me on a shaky wooden cross with my hands tied behind my back and a noose around my neck. for amusement. Then they rode off laughing.
But how long were you stuck there?
I couldn't tell you. Hours, maybe days. In the end, everything started going black. I could feel the devil pulling me down by the legs.
Jesus. How on earth did you survive?
I didn't. When Kuno found me, he says I was dead as a doornail. They cut me down and took the rope off me. Then someone gave me a kick and I coughed and came back to life. Sort of.
Hey, I want the Ring of Bacchus. I heard you have it.
So you come and ask me for it. That's a novel approach.
Well, you don't just have to steal it from each other. Why not play for it?
I don't play dice, but we can duel for it.
All right. Why not?
I'll wager the ring, and you put up some groschen, all right?
200. All right.
Sure. I'll wager that.
That'll do it. Well, I won't spare you this time, though. This won't take long.
He beat me. Oh well.
The pleasure was all mine. Try again sometime.
What about that ring? Any second thoughts?
Yeah, I was thinking again. We can duel for it.
I don't want to fight you.
And then you'll just have to rob me. Like a normal person.
All right, you asked for it.
Damn!
Jeez. Oh. Okay. So let's get up. Like knocked out. Oh well. Okay, let's get a potion here. Lazarus potion. That'll do. Okay. Well, I'll try and get the ring at some other time. We'll rest up and I'll finish up the video for now, seeing as everyone's gone to sleep. And then I'll start off by chatting with all the fellows in the next video. Well, you can sleep here, but I guess I'll have to just use a normal save. One of my savior potions. Okay, so let's save until the morning. Or, sorry, sleep until the morning, and then I'll save the video. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if there are any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Otherwise, as always, thanks a lot for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.